Continuing our Healthy 8 discussion right now. Earlier, we talked about what to look for when it comes to breast cancer and also screenings that you should be doing. What about what you eat? Does it make a difference? But especially when it comes to breast cancer and treatment. We have Michaela Palma. She's joining us. She's a Cleveland Clinic dietitian. Hey. I'm happy to have you here.
So nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
And I'm excited because I think she's going to dispel a couple myths out there too after discussing with her. So. First of all, you brought with you this is like gone viral. I feel like this dish. What is it? And you've made a healthier version of it.
Yeah. So
look at this. How beautiful this is.
Everyone is going crazy over the viral Biscoff cheesecake, and it's very easy to make. Traditionally, it's made with cheesecake, but you can lighten it up a bit, and you actually can make it with Greek yogurt. So in it, I've included non-fat Greek yogurt, vanilla flavored, along with the Biscoff cookies, because it is okay to enjoy, say, our prepackaged goodies in moderation. And then I also included some elements that are beneficial when it comes to risk reduction in breast cancer. So you can blend in high-fibered fruits, so there's some nice raspberries for color, in addition to actually ground flaxseed, which can be very beneficial with risk reduction in breast cancer.
Which I'm glad you bring this up, because I remember doing some research on my own and finding a lot of people would say anything that has phytoestrogens acts as an estrogen, and if you've had an estrogen positive breast cancer, you shouldn't be eating anything like that. So I was afraid to eat flaxseed until then I did some more research and understood it's safe, but I loved your explanation of it. If you could explain kind of what happens and why it is safe for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot of foods that contain phytoestrogens, flaxseed being one of them, and this also applies to things like soy as well, which a lot of people are afraid to go ahead and eat.
And when I say I eat soy, people are like, what? Why? But if you eat the organic, non-GMO form of soy, not the boxed things where you find soy written on the description of things, not that, but that it's actually preventative.
Yes, yeah, so the phytoestrogen that is in your whole soy products like soy milk, edamame, tofu, that actually interacts with the same receptor site as animal-based estrogen. Now, it binds to it, but it actually only exhibits a weak estrogenic response. So it actually can lower estrogen levels, in addition to there also being great immune properties to phytoestrogens themselves, supporting your immune system throughout, say, your cancer journey or even in risk reduction.
I love this, and I got sidetracked a little. I want you to show, are you going to show us a smaller version of how to do this? Is that what you're doing here?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So the first thing I would like to go ahead and point out here is we have our non-fat Greek yogurt. And especially with our diet and breast cancer, it's important to make sure that we are trying to pick foods that are lower in saturated fat, but also will provide us with some good protein. So I have some non-fat Greek yogurt. I like Dannon. Any kind is fine. Try to look for something that's lower in added sugar itself. You're just gonna go ahead and smother it here on the bottom. Now, I do have some people who are afraid of added sugar, and I get a lot of questions.
That would be me. Yeah. So what would you say to those people? Because I see added sugar and I run. I get nervous.
Yeah, so there's a huge fear that sugar feeds cancer.
Yes.
And the thing about sugar is that the relationship is more indirect than what people think. It's when we have a high amount of added sugar from things like our cookies, cakes, chips, candies, juices, that over time, it can create conditions like obesity, which in turn creates more of an inflammatory state, increasing our risk of cancer.
Okay, so it's not that sugar directly is causing it, but indirectly almost leading to other problems that then can cause it.
Right,
okay.
Right. So I have here some ground flaxseed meal, which 1 to 3 tablespoons per day is great for risk reduction, and also if you're in survivorship, helping with reducing your risk of reoccurrence. You can go ahead and sprinkle it on top. It kind of looks like a nice graham cracker crust. And then you can add fruit as well. A diet that's high in fiber can help with reducing your risk of breast cancer, specifically getting that fiber from your fruits, your vegetables, and whole grains.
And that's so good for anyone too, right? Not even someone going through that. And I love the way you said, you know, okay, we're still eating some cookies that maybe aren't necessarily the best for us, but was listening to a doctor once talk about what you add in is almost more important than what you're eating. So using those berries or other things that are really healthy for you, adding them into the diet is actually what can help you to fight off things.
Absolutely. You know, the saying food is medicine really does go a long way. And if you think about it, you're only going to benefit from, say, adding in your whole grains, which will provide you with that fiber. And, you know, fiber in itself, too, will help with nourishing our healthy gut bacteria, which helps boost our immune health, in addition to your fruits and vegetables. You know, another key part of our diet in breast cancer too is where are we getting our protein from? And it's recommended to get a nice balance of our animal and plant-based proteins.
So keep that in mind as well. I have to have you back because a lot of the things you've discussed don't just pertain to breast. I think it's helpful for everyone, and we can all learn a lot from you. Think you were wonderful, wealth of knowledge. Love it. Thank you for coming in today.
That. Thank you for having me.
And try out the healthier version of this. This recipe looks amazing. Thank you for coming in.